Yo, what's up, bros and broettes?
That car driving make you feel some type of way. That custom brightly make you feel some type of way.
As you can see, back out here in the garage with Regina, aka the Evil Queen. With that said, today we are going to be finished taking apart the front suspension. As you saw in the last video, I got the coilovers. This is an update video, so I got the coilovers. I got the lowering springs and stuff like that. And so today we are actually going to go ahead and take out these front struts, garbage, and put in these used lowering springs and KYB shocks, which are good. And then also get swap out the top plates because that one is toast. Well, it's missing a screw. So, gotta take that one out and use that top plate. I'm gonna go ahead and take out the tension rod and the lower control arms, and I guess just drop the hub to the side. Actually, I'll just take off the brake caliper, set it down to the side, and then take off the lower control arm and that, and then these two bolts, and this all can come apart. And the bushing kit is coming, so that should be here probably. It says UPS says Monday next week, so we'll see how that goes. And obviously I'll do the same thing to this other side to get everything off over here, to get it ready for the bushing. And the ball joints are supposed to come in tomorrow. The ball joints and the outer tie rod ends, but I can't put those. I can put the ball joints in, I just can't put the outer tie rod. I can put the outer tie rods on as well, but I can't put the rack and pinion back in until I get the bushing kit, because I need the new bushings for the rack and pinion. So today is just swapping the front coils and taking out the lower control arm and tension rod and stuff for the front. So I'm gonna go ahead and let's get to it. As you can see, how this is just completely dropped like that. These bushings are toast. Now to finish getting this out, I just have 3/14 up here, but I'm going to go ahead and take out. I'll show you. You got the 3/14 up here, and then the strut assembly will come out. And there we go. Strut assembly out, and that is what I need right there. Alright, next up what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take the bolt out for this tension rod, and then the bolt out for the lower control arm, and then I can take out this whole lower piece. So let's go ahead and get those out. This is a 17, and so is this. So got a 17-inch bolt and a 17-inch nut, 17-inch bolt, 17-inch nut. Let's get them undone. And as you can see, this is out. All right, on to the next side. I'm gonna do the other side off camera, so yeah, I'll be back when I got the other side down. All right guys, so I just wanted to let you know, come back and let you, I came back. I got the shocks in. As you can see, the new used tin lowering springs and shocks. So until my rest of my parts come in. Hey guys, it's the next day. Got a package in the mail, which is awesome. I already know what it is, but you guys don't. Where the heck did I just put my razor blade? Did I leave it out there? No. right in front of my face. Yeah, right over here. So, razor blade and the package. Let's see what we got. Alright, as you can see, chassis parts. This is a outer tie rod end. Awesome, awesome, awesome. There's not a greasable one, but that is alright. What about this one? This is a lower ball joint, which is awesome, and it's serviceable, so I got the grease nipple for that. So I got 2 of these, one for left, one for the right, and 2 of these, one for left and one for the right. Let's go ahead and get these ones back onto the rack and pinion. So as you can see, we're over here at the rack. I left I made sure to mark where I had the nuts at, you know, to get it as close to as where it was for alignment wise. Alright, last thing to do is tighten that nut to the against the outer tie rod ends, and then this is ready to go back in, aside from missing the bushings, which are actually on the way. So those will actually be here next Monday. So let's go ahead and get these nuts tightened on, and then I'll see about getting these lower ball joints out. We'll see how that goes. Yo, what's up guys? It is a new day, as you saw in the last part that I had of this video. And this is the next day. I got these bushings out of the tension rods, so those are now out. I didn't burn them out, I just used a screwdriver. Just scratched it up a little bit, but nothing too bad. And just hammered it down, pried it, and got the inside of the sleeve out. I actually stopped by Walmart today, picked up some propane pieces, and you know, that to burn out the bushings. And this, got this from work, and I'm gonna go ahead and press these ball joints out. I mean, a monkey can use this, so, well, probably not a monkey, but it is pretty simple to figure out. So I'm not gonna do any, there's already tutorials out there on how to use these. So we're gonna go ahead and use this to get these ball joints out, and then we're going to put the new ball joints in with this. So I'm going to go ahead and get work on getting these knocked out. Alright, got the new ball joints in. As you can see, I made the mistake of trying to press this one in with the boot still on, because these boots actually pop up pretty easily. But I tried to press this one in with the boot on and kind of ripped it a little bit. That's why I have the RTV silicone gasket maker around it. But other than that, it wasn't too bad. I just want to make sure I did, you know, at least try and seal it up best I could. But for the time being, while that dries, I'm going to go ahead and go with this one and take this outside. But first I got to take this back to work, and then I can come back and start burning these bushings out. Yay for burning bushings out! So I'm back from returning the tool. As you see, I started burning out the bushings. I'm still trying to keep them on fire. Well, I'm going to keep burning these out, and then when I got them all out, I'll come right back. So today, my energy suspension bushing kit came in. This is what I ordered. It's a Hyperflex energy suspension. Now this is supposed to be the complete kit. Of course, it's taped up. Let me get a razor blade and I'll get that open. Alright, so as you can see, got the bushings on. They're lubed up with the energy suspension grease that was supplied. Now let's go ahead and get that thing back in there. I'm not going to film me putting it in because I don't have a lot of light in here. and it's going to be a pain in the butt to get it in there and film while doing it. So I'll just come back to you guys once I got it in. Alright guys, so I got the rack and pinion all finished up. The steering is done. Now I just need to push the bushings into the tension rods over there, and then the bushings into the that thing called the lower control arms, and then I can start putting the front suspension back together and drop the front end. But before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and tighten the motor mats back down, because I did loosen them up to lift the front of to lift the engine up to get room for the rack and pinion. So I got to tighten those back down real quick, and then we'll jump on them bushings. So let's get to it. All right, guys. So as you can see, I got the lower control arms back in. The bushings are in the front tension rods, and in the control arms, now everything's kind of just loose. Nothing's really tightened up yet. Next up, these are in on both sides. Next up, what I need to do is go ahead and get the hubs on. Once I get the hubs on, then I'll start tightening everything down. And once I got everything tightened down, then I can put the front of the car finally back onto the ground. And then goes the fun of dropping the rear end and replacing all the bushings back there. So, with that said, I'm just gonna work on the front tonight, knock it out, try and get it finished before my wife gets home from work. But yeah, let's get to it. Alright, this side is almost done.
It's spring break at the castle.
Yeah, this side is almost done. I just need to tighten up this thing right here, whatever the heck that's called, that brace. As you saw, I had to modify with some big ass bolts and nuts and washers because, again, this thing was in an accident at some point and messed up that stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and tighten up this front one. I'm gonna leave this back one loose because I'm gonna go ahead and get the sway bar in there, and then once I get the sway bar in here, I'll come back and finish up the other side. Alright, so I was gonna put in the sway bar, but it looks, I don't know if this is a problem with RB25s or what, or if it's because I have the all-wheel drive oil pan, but I cannot put my sway bar in it. It's about, I'd say, a ½ inch to an inch short. It hits the oil pan. I can get it on one side, but I can't get it to reach the other side. So with that said, I'm gonna have to try and find a option or something, either that or take it to a welder or machinist and have them extend that like an inch or so that it doesn't hit the oil pan. But for the time being, I'm just going to tighten up the front and get the other side on and then drop it. So yeah, let me continue buttoning up this side and then we'll move on to the other side. All right, now it's time to get the wheels on the car and get it back down. I'm gonna go ahead and get that done because my battery's about to die, and then I'll be back right when I get that done. So let's get it on the ground. All right, guys, so I got what I wanted to do done today. I got the front suspension done aside from the sway bar. You know, it's lower. You know, it's a lot lower in the front. It was, I'd probably say, at least at minimum an inch taller than that. And yeah, I'm very happy with where it's sitting because with the wheels and tires that I want to get, it will fill up that wheel gap anyways. And I plan on doing body kit. So but yeah, that's where I'm gonna end this episode, guys. I'm tired. I'm having trouble thinking, but yeah, that's where I'm gonna end this episode. So make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, guys. Until next time, peace out and never look back.